moment, our chance to lift up Georgia. And if we fight, if we push, if we work, we will win. And so tonight I say thank you all. Now let's go get it done.
Even through the times that we didn't know, crossing that bridge seemed impossible. Crossing that bridge seemed impossible. After we do the first time, I know. Straight into the reverb.
What you're hearing in the background is the cast of Selma the musical. And we just heard Stacey Abrams give her victory speech. But as I promised you, the cast of Selma the musical is here in studio. Good morning, y'all. And we're streaming on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, so you all can watch them there. And I think we're ready to roll. Jana Haynes is here. The writer, producer, director. Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Selma the musical. Take it away.
To the other side. We didn't know what to do. We made it to the other side. We depend on you. Yes, we do. To the other side. Stop praying. I never gave up. I never stopped praying. Crossing that bridge seemed impossible. Crossing that bridge seemed impossible. Now I know.
Selma, the musical, the untold stories. You guys are great. Welcome to Sirius XM.
Thank you.
How y'all feel this morning?
Good.
Y'all up bright and early. I want to meet everybody, of course, but of course the writer, producer, directors here, they're going to be premiering at the National Black Theater. This is their premiere performance in New York, right?
It is.
First time. Jana Page Haynes is here with us. Jana, how are you this morning?
I'm
Congratulations.
fantastic. Thank you so very much.
This is great. And I thought, I was doing something. I look up and see y'all on Good Morning America. And yesterday I saw you walking across the street. I thought y'all were a day early coming to see me. Y'all walked across the street to go over Today's Show. Did you get on Today's Show?
We did.
You got on Today's Show too? I didn't even know that. That's great. So you finally made it over to us. That's great. So it must feel great to be here and be a part of this.
It feels phenomenal.
Yeah.
It feels phenomenal. We worked really incredibly hard, tirelessly, and so many obstacles. So to get here, New York is the mecca of theater anyway,
That's
but to
right.
get here and to be able to premiere in Harlem, which is, I mean that's by itself.
Yeah.
But the opportunities that have come as a result of the hard work, GMA and today and here, even with you, it's just insane. It's really insane.
Well, congratulations to all of you. You've been touring all over the country anyway, right?
We jump started our tour in February.
Okay.
So we've been working really hard to get this story and this show and this phenomenal talent out to the world, this undiscovered talent. I don't know how I got so lucky, but I'm like, people need to hear these guys. They need to see the show. So it's phenomenal, and we've been blessed.
So are all of you from Selma?
Nobody's from Selma.
Nobody's from Selma.
No.
Okay, so you put folks together from all over the place, huh?
Yes, sir. We did. Most of us reside in the same city. Most of us do. Or well, Felita doesn't.
Where is that? Where?
She lives in Jackson,
Okay.
Jackson, Mississippi. Sorry, let me say we're all from Mississippi. Well, currently we reside in Mississippi. We might not be from Mississippi. I think Javon's from Detroit, huh? Are you originally from Detroit?
Okay. Well, Detroit, same thing as Mississippi.
Right, of course.
Everybody migrated from Mississippi to Detroit.
Of course.
What'd you say?
I'm from Coldwater.
Cold water.
Oh, okay. She was over there shaking her head. She wants to be clear.
Coldwater.
She's from Coldwater. No, but I saw when you were on with Robin, I mean, she was loving the fact y'all from Mississippi.
Sure.
Because that's where she's from.
She's from about an hour and a half from us. She's really close. And she used to live in Hattiesburg, so we had a connection there.
So being from Mississippi, how'd you get involved in the story of Selma, Alabama?
Oh, man.
How'd this come about?
I'm a spoken word artist and an author,
Right.
and obviously a playwright. And as you know, obviously, which is where we met, every year they hold the commemoration of Bloody Sunday
Right.
at the Selma Jubilee. And initially I was invited to perform spoken word. And I went, and early, I wanted to go experience Selma. So I went with some former cast members. And one of the gentlemen, he's actually from Selma. So he took us there. And I was fortunate enough to meet a longtime civil rights activist who you and I both know, Fayal Rose Touré.
Yeah.
And Fayal wrote Selma the musical, her own version, a completely separate version. And we were talking, and she heard that I was a playwright. And just the idea came for me to write my own version of Selma the musical. That's why it's Selma the musical, The Untold Stories. It's completely original, and we ran with it. We had 21 days to write it, cast it, produce it. And
21 days?
21 days. Yeah. Had I known what I was getting myself into. I was so naive. I was like, sure. And I had no clue.
Well, why did you only have 21 days?
Because we were trying to premiere it at the Jubilee last year.
Last year. Okay, I got it. I remember. Okay, I got you.
But the time frame was very, very short. But we did it. And we premiered, and obviously that's where we met. And you and I met, and we kept in touch this entire year. And I put it to bed. After the Jubilee, it was so crazy and stressful. In the 21 days, I put it to bed, and I said, we're not doing this anymore.
It's too much. It was too much.
It was too much. But, purpose has a way of finding you again sometimes when you try to walk away from it. Yeah. So we rewrote the script. We recast. We wrote all new music. That song you guys just heard called We Made It is an original song that these guys wrote, and Malcolm, my guy over here, he produced and he wrote the music to it.
There's Malcolm on the keyboards. You can't see him right now. We'll get a shot of him at some point.
You don't put a camera on his face.
Don't put a camera on his face. Lord. There he is.
Savage.
There's Malcolm.
But so that was an original song, and we ran with it. We debuted in February. We wanted to pay homage to Black History Month, so we debuted in February, and here we are, still rolling.
and finally made it up to the
Finally made
big
it to
city.
the other side.
Bright, what did Stevie want to say? Bright lights and everything.
Uh-huh.
How many of you is first time in New York? Period. Wow. So this is a big deal. This means something, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me get out of the way for a minute because people want to hear what you all have to perform. Now, again, National Black Theater, Thursday. What's today?
Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. So tomorrow. Premieres tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Through the holiday weekend.
Through Saturday. Mhm.
Through Saturday. So those of you in the New York area, those of you who come to visit for Memorial Day weekend, go and see this play. We'll get the website for the National Black Theater as well and add that to our thread so people can see it on Twitter. And of course, folks, we're on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube for those of you who want to see this great group. We're going to hand it back over to the cast of Selma, the musical, written, produced, and directed by Jana Page Haynes. You all take it away.
So
Tell us what's next.
This next song, we do have another original piece we'll get to in just a moment. And all of our music is on iTunes as well.
That's right, it is.
Selma the Musical, The Untold Stories, or if you type in Selma the Musical, We Made It, or anything, it'll pop up. So that our EP just released on iTunes a few days ago. We didn't think it was going to drop until after New York, but God is really good.
So it's on iTunes.
It came early, so we were excited about that. So this piece, this gentleman right here is Marcus Blake. You guys can't see him, but Marcus Blake, he plays Dr. King.
Hold your head. Look at that. That's Dr. King.
He
y'all.
plays Dr. King.
You from Mississippi too?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And he's actually a minister. He's a minister, so he's
The
got
Reverend Marcus Blake.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Put some respect on my name.
Bishop. We call him Bishop.
Oh, is it Bishop? Oh, I'm sorry.
Not really. We just mess with him. No, he's just we just mess with him. We call him Bishop, but
All right.
he's our spiritual leader. But Marcus plays Dr. King, and Melissa, who you heard leading We Made It, plays Connie. And there is a moment where Dr. King in the play gets weary, and the family, the Wilson family, they are all a little discouraged. And Connie is the hope of the play.
Okay.
So this song, this song is obviously not an original. It's Precious Lord.
Okay.
But Melissa, Connie, is encouraging Dr. King in this moment. So that's where this song comes from. So I give you guys Precious Lord, Selma the Musical.
Precious Lord, precious Lord, take my hand, take my hand, lead me on, help me stand, 'cause I am tired. And I am weak, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on, lead me on, lead me on, lead me on, to the light. Just take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me on.
Lord. So that's the intercessor for Dr. King. All right, all right. Selma the Music, y'all. I just posted the EP too on Twitter and our Facebook, so you all can download it. But yeah, keep it going. What's next for us?
So the next thing we're going to sing is there's a point again in the 1965 version part of the play. We started this. The play opens up in 2018, and the Wilson family, the kids, who's played by Joe, is actually our other lead. This is Javon Davis. Javon plays the part of Joe.
Mississippi too? All right.
He is, I'm going to tell you, Javon is a phenomenal actor.
Okay.
He is a phenomenal actor. He's got a phenomenal spirit. He's a phenomenal talent, and we are just blessed to have him with us. He plays Joe. He's the lead. He's the lead to Connie, and he's Connie's brother. And Joe is, in 2018 and 1965, Black Panther, Black Power. He's not trying to march. He's not trying to have the Dr. King talks. He is all about peaceful nonviolent is not the way to go.
Okay.
So in 2018, he's an activist, and he's a millennial. And Connie, Grandma Connie, the old version of Connie, is watching it. So there's Joe, there's Amelia, who's played by Chira Pittman Lewis.
Now, where's Amelia?
Right here, wave your hand.
There you are, Amelia. That's Miss Boynton?
Well, not
exactly.
Not exactly.
Okay, all right.
It was actually a coincidence. I had no idea that was her name when I wrote the character.
Oh, okay.
No clue. No clue. I found that out later, that there was an Amelia Bewington, obviously, and Selma.
Right.
And then Hannah, Olivia Carter right here. She plays the role of Hannah. And Robert Hall right here. Raise your hand, Robert. Plays the part of Matthew. They're all brothers and sisters. And there's also Huey. He's not here. He's played by Scott, comedian Wody Haynes. He's the comedic relief. Hannah's counterpart. So the kids are all arguing. The brothers and sisters are arguing, and they think that they just know about 1965. And Grandma Connie's like, y'all don't know nothing. You know, let me tell you guys my story. So we transport back to 1965, where all the same roles are played by the older versions of them. And there's a point where they're talking about marching, and they're just trying to find their help and their strength. And there's a medley, and it's a phenomenal medley. And one of the songs we sing is "Down by the Riverside." And Felita Jacole, she's in the ensemble, but her voice is insane. So Felita actually leads this song. So "Down by the Riverside."
All right.
Selma? Yes. Are y'all ready? Yes. Let's do it. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside. Study war no more. 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 Hey. Study war no more.
That's Coldwater, Mississippi.
Coldwater, Mississippi.
So how did all of you meet up? How did you get all these folk together?
Man, so Melissa, again, played by Connie, and Scott, who is, again, the comedic relief that's not here. Scott's actually my brother. So those are the only two, right? Yeah, that are original, from the original cast that we brought to Selma last year. I've known Melissa for about 6 or 7 years, and once I knew I had to write the production, I started to reach out to the people that I knew that were talented. So I reached out to Melissa, and she was willing, and some other people. When we came back to do we rewrote it. Some of the cast members, one of them is active duty, so she's deployed. One of them moved. Different things happened, so they were unable to be a part. So I held another casting call.
Okay.
And it just, I don't even know how it, like the story, it really is crazy. Like a former cast member who sang at a wedding with Olivia, she didn't even know him. He inboxed her, so she was like, all right, I'll show up. Another young lady who's not here, she plays the part of Miss Lynn, brought Chira in, and Chira's a professional actress. She lived in LA for like 12 years, and she's a choreographer, and she moved back home, and she was just like, I don't really want to go to this audition, but she was like, all right, I'll ride with you. So she ended up there. Melissa and Marcus, they attended church together, and he is like, Dr. King is his idol, so every speech, everything, he knows it. So he was like, I think I have somebody who can play Dr. King. And Marcus was like, I'm not an actor. I just love Dr. King. I was like, well, let's try it. We'll see what we can do. Brittany, she gave the audition of her life, you know.
Now, Brittany, is that you? Is that Brittany back there? Where's Brittany?
Brittany, raise your hand. She plays Miss Rosie. She plays Connie's best friend.
Okay.
And Brittany and I, we argue all the time in the most loving way possible. But Brittany's got no experience, right? But she's always wanted to act, so she came to the audition, and it was horrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was the worst audition in the world. But there was something about her. And I brought her in, and when I tell you the evolution, this girl is phenomenal. She is phenomenal. I love her.
Really?
Yeah, she carries some of the scenes. And like I said, the audition wasn't great, but that's not to disparage her. It's just like, but there was something about her spirit. Right. And I said, okay, we'll bring her as an understudy, and she has blossomed and she has bloomed. So we fight every single day. We have a prank war going on every day. And so Brittany came along, and Robert, the same thing, a friend of a friend.
Robert, raise your
right
hand.
Here, he
Robert
plays the role of Matthew. I mean, when I tell you, it was all by.
You're all incredible.
Yeah, it was by design because nobody knew anybody. Felita got tagged on a Facebook post by someone she didn't even know, and she inboxed me. So I mean, when I tell you it was by design and divine ordination, that's how we all ended up together.
Now,
so.
y'all sound great. For a minute, I had to do a double take because I thought y'all were the ones I saw at the royal wedding on Saturday. Oh, y'all sound so good. I said they're not the same, but y'all do your own thing. You know, but you all do your Selma the Musical, folks. National Black Theater. You know the website off the top of your head? I should look it up.
I think it's nationalblacktheater.org.
Yeah, I think it is nationalblacktheater.org. So, folks, go there, get your tickets. I'll be there this weekend, probably more than once, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it's nationalblacktheater.org.
Nationalblacktheater.org. Now, for people who are watching and listening, and we know you travel, what if somebody listening wants to bring you to their city or town?
Oh, they can contact us at Selma the Musical. .untoldstories@gmail. Actually, a better one would be infectingchange.productions, and it's just like it sounds, infectingchange.productions@gmail.com. Worst case scenario, our website is still under construction, so I don't want to send you there. But worst case scenario, type us in on Facebook or Instagram, and we will pop up. DM us. I run the page. It comes directly to me. But infectingchange.productions@gmail.com. Selma the Musical. It's at Selma Untold on Twitter, at Selma the Musical on Instagram, and Selma the Musical on Facebook. You can get in touch with us in all of those various ways. And we'd love, if you're out there listening, we'd love to come to your city.
Yes.
How y'all like working with Janice? She's a good.
Oh my God.
Don't do it, Doc.
She's excellent, but I mean, she'll do that.
You are so you all enjoying this, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know it's tough traveling and some long hours and away from family, so it has to be sort of a labor of love too, doesn't it?
It is. It is a labor. That's the perfect way to explain it. These guys, Chira has, how old is JC? Oh, he just turned 1. She has a 1-year-old. She just got married 2 weeks ago. She postponed her honeymoon so that she could come here.
Where's your husband?
With the baby.
And he's all right with all that?
He's amazing.
He's phenomenal.
That's great.
Shout out to Duke. He's phenomenal.
That means something. I don't know nobody that would let me. A whole lot of folks wouldn't let nobody do that.
I'm telling you. Long hours. Brittany, she's got a 4-year-old. Olivia, she has. How's Taylor? 4 or 5?
She's 4.
She's 4 and going on 40. Javon just got married and his wife is pregnant.
Lord have mercy.
I'm telling you.
You all see this?
Marcus' significant other, she's here with us. Javon's wife is here with us. When I tell you, these people have sacrificed. They spend so much time away from their families.
In your own words, why though? Why? What about this experience, as opposed to any other, that has made you want to sacrifice so much?
Passion, definitely.
What we see in it, we believe in it so much that regardless of if it never went anywhere, we said that we were going to do it. And in the beginning, when we said we were going to do it, we stuck to it, and we wanted to make sure that her vision came to pass. And then trying to make sure her vision came to pass, it's blessed us in so many ways that there's no way we could walk out.
And not only is it Selma, it's actually family. Like,
we're
family.
Oh, yeah.
We
fight like
You've expanded the biological family to an extended family, so y'all will probably be together for life. So, are all of you ultimately interested in long-term acting careers? Okay, all right. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Everybody except
Now
Marcus.
you just a preacher. You a preacher, an apostle. Hallelujah. Selma the musical, folks, please give us another if you would. Let's, because people want to hear you.
All right. Swing Low, Liv, you want to do Swing Low? Okay. Olivia Carter, let me just say this about Liv real quick. She has never touched the stage. First time acting. Well, everybody's first time acting. She sang background most of her life. And when we debuted in her home city, my phone did not stop ringing. And they were like, where did this person come from?
Wow.
So this voice, it's pure and it's crisp. It sends me into chills every time she sings. So again, this is Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. It's just another part of the medley that we sing.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet, sweet, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing down, chariot, won't you let me ride home? Swing down, chariot, won't you let me ride home? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. I got a home, you got a home, we got a home, up in glory. Let's go home, let's go home. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, and he's coming forth to carry me. Coming forth to carry me. Coming forth to carry me.
Lord have mercy. The cast of Selma the musical, The Untold Stories. This is incredible. Folks, hope you're listening and watching on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Make it plain, nationalblacktheater.org. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll hear more from this great cast, these great performers, and the writer, producer, director, Janet Page Haynes, who has been in touch with me for the past year. And I hope that I have been of some service and has been as responsive as I could be, because it gets
reason
busy.
we are here. You are absolutely 100% the reason we're in New York. I promise you that. I can talk more about it when we come back.
Oh,
but
Lord, I didn't know that.
You're
All
definitely.
All right, we'll hear about that. Folks, don't go away. Sirius XM Progress, Resistance Radio. Get woke, get ready for impeachment. This is MIP.
Oh, I like that. Get ready for impeachment. Yeah, we agree.
This is MIP. Get woke.
All right, folks, about 10 minutes before the hour, the cast of Selma, the musical, with writer, producer, director Jana Page Haynes. Not a lot of time, but we want to get another song in. But first, you want to tell. I want to hear this now. What did I have to do?
Everything.
Because I didn't do much.
Everything. You. When we met you in Selma, I just remember we performed at the breakfast, and then at the Bridge Theater, I believe. And you stopped us and said, you stopped me and you said, "Man, this is phenomenal. We need to get." And you hadn't even seen the show. There was just something about, I suppose, what you did see that you felt, you're like, we got to get this to New York. And you planted that seed. Because I don't know that I'd ever believe that we could do that. Like we could, a small theater production on our own, fully financed by ourselves. Like we don't have a promoter, we don't have sponsors, we don't have any of those things. We're doing this 100% on our own through family, donations, GoFundMe's, and everything else in the world.
Wow.
And just, you planted the seed, and then staying in contact, you just kept saying, we got to get you to New York. And you told me about the National. I couldn't find a theater. I didn't know where to start, not having any connections besides you here. You were my only connection to the city.
Oh, wow, I didn't know. Okay.
So you, it just, I don't know, it grew from there. So
Well, I was touched. And, I'm on the board of Selma. I go every year. It's such a moving experience. You all still raising money? You still have a GoFundMe?
We still have a GoFundMe.
Tell them where to find. They need some money, y'all. Tell them where to find. Tell them where they need
What's
some
the
money.
GoFundMe exit? Let me make sure.
Untold story.
Oh no, let me make sure I give you the exact. Oh yeah, we'll take that now. It is.
Because they're trying to bring this up, and this is an important opportunity. They're sacrificing to tell this story. This is the Hamilton of civil rights history, as far as I'm concerned, and this story needs to be told. You got it?
That's such a phenomenal. Hamilton is insane, so that's an honor. Yeah, it's GoFundMe.com/Selma the Musical Tour. It's just Selma the Musical Tour on GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.com, Selma the Musical Tour. Folks, help them out. Come out this weekend, nationalblacktheater.org. We don't have a lot of time left. We got one more we can do?
Yep,
before we
one
get out
more
of here?
song. We're going to close out with our original song. It's called Freedom. It's what we open the show with. Again, this is an original. It's on the EP, and it was written by... It was actually written by a friend of ours, Tia Brown, and the cast as well. So we'll close out with Freedom.
All right.
We led the march for our lives. We marched fought, prayed and cried so our freedom would not die. We led the march together hand in hand. Freedom to every girl, boy and man. Freedom to every girl, boy and man. Freedom, freedom, freedom to every girl, boy and man.
Selma the Musical. You all are great. I'm really moved and touched to see all of you here and your faith, your hard work. It's incredible. Thank you all. Thank you. Folks, don't miss them this weekend at the National Black Theater. .org. Get your tickets. Go there and find it. GoFundMe, Selma the musical tour. Janet,
Eventbrite, exactly.
Eventbrite?
www.selmanewyork.eventbrite.com. You can grab your tickets there. selmanewyork.eventbrite.com. And there will be tickets at the door if it's not sold out. We're just going to speak a sellout.
Yeah. Well, it's about to be. And, you know, a lot of folks, what we're going to do this weekend, you're going to see Selma.
That's
I'm going
right.
to tell you that right now.
That's right.
That's what you're
doing.
That's what you're going to go see. So, folks, be sure to check it out. Thank you all again.
Thank you so much,
All
Mark.
right. Folks, thank you all for tuning in on social media and on the radio. If all minds are clear, it has been made plain. Thank you all.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
That was great. That was great, y'all. So now we got to take some pictures and stuff.
Yeah, let's do it to it.
We're going to do a boomerang out here in the hallway.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,